Okay, so we're looking at the moving words. This is a add, subtract, multiply, and divide integer worksheet. And I wanted to take a look at some that might pose a little bit of a problem. Like this number 15, this is 9, and then in parentheses, negative 11 minus a negative 4. Anytime I hear the word minus, I want to think a couple of things, depending on what my teacher showed me. I like to think of add the opposite. That means when you hear minus, you would change the minus to add, and then you would use the opposite sign. For example here, negative 11, I don't do anything there, but when I hear the word minus, I change that to a plus, and the opposite of a negative 4 is a positive 4. So that essentially is now negative 11 plus 4. And if you want to rewrite it, you can. I have a negative 11, and I have a positive 4. I know that I need to find the difference between these, because if I'm looking at maybe the scoreboard method, it would appear this way. Panthers are positive, the nobodies are negatives. 11 points for the nobodies, 4 points for the Panthers. Literally, if you're looking at a scoreboard, you'd recognize that the negatives are winning, meaning that the sum of this inside is going to be negative. And then by how many did they win? 7. So negative 7 is my answer for this inside portion. And then I have this 9 on the outside. When there is no other operation and it's only a parenthesis, that means it's going to be 9 times negative 7. I know that a positive times a negative is negative. And if you have forgotten, I like to use the tic-tac-toe method. You would put positives on a diagonal, the rest are filled with negatives. And this works for multiplying and dividing rules. So again, that was a positive times a negative, that gives me a negative. And it's a negative 63. So now I'm looking at the bottom, this bank here. I'm looking right here, this first one says negative 63. So I would write the word maybe.